Hi, this is Steve from yourcreativelife.com talking today about ideas, specifically in the writer's room. The question being, what if your ideas aren't any good? Well, the truth is that nobody's ideas are good all the time. So we all have spaces where our ideas aren't any good. And I certainly have that feeling that comes up for me when I'm in the writer's room. Well, I'm thinking of this, but that might be dumb. And I think it's important for you out there who are making your way into the industry or making your way up the ladder to know that that thing, that idea, that thought never goes away. There is the opportunity for us, whoever we are, to continue to take the leap into attempting to come up with good ideas, because that's what the job is, to come up with ideas. And sometimes they're good and sometimes they're not so good. So quite often in the writer's room, you'll hear me or other people, if you're in our writer's room, say, here's the bad version, or I'm not exactly sure how this works, or, here's a thought. I don't know if it's a good thought, but it's a thought. And the important thing is to be in there guessing and putting things out. As I've said before in other videos, I heard from somebody, and I believe this is true, that in order to create good ideas for television, in a group, you need to just keep throwing stuff in, because you sort of build a little mountain, right, of bad ideas till you get to the top and get a good idea. And then that's how it works. So the more you lean in and try, the more I throw out my ideas that are good and bad and good and bad, the more that idea, whatever it is, might spark something in somebody else, which might spark something in somebody else, which might lead to some sort of realization or new ideation about something that will lead us to a good episode of television. And that's what it's all about. So if you're afraid that your ideas aren't good some of the time, then welcome to the club. It's important to embrace those and to play the game anyway and just continue to lean in. And the other thing is, that's how we get better. That's how I get sharper ideas, by first testing the ideas that are not so great. And yes, the fact that the ideas, or the fact that I can continue to think years into this industry, years into this profession, that some of my ideas aren't very good, simply means and reflects the fact that every time we create a story in whatever medium, whether it's television or novels or short stories or plays or films, it's always a leap of faith, because every story, if we're telling something that is unique and interesting, it's a brand new idea. And so we just have to take that leap. I just have to take that leap and trust the process and throw those ideas out, and know that, I'm here for my ideas. I'm here to contribute. I'm here to try things. I'm here to put things forth. And if they don't land, they don't land. So that's the other thing. One other thing that I want to say too, before I finish up here, is this. It is important to develop and cultivate a thick skin, so that if some of the things that I say in the writer's room don't go over, that's not the end of my day. That's not like, oh, I failed and I'm going to go home. What it really is about is to try these things and then to encourage myself to continue to be brave, to try the next thing. And sometimes I do that by writing in the notebook that I keep in the writer's room with myself. Sometimes I do that through affirmations. Sometimes I just do that by staying in the game and offering the next idea and listening to other people's ideas and just really staying present. So it's not like I'm auditioning for the job every time I open my mouth, but it is like my job is to put things forth, to build ideas for the future. And the more that I continue to do that, the more that I continue to do the job. And sometimes there are hits and sometimes there are misses, and that's just the way it goes. I hope you find this video helpful. If you do, give it a thumbs up. Tell your friends. If you have questions, put them in the comment space below, and you can find out so much more about what I do as a writer, as a coach, by going to yourcreativelife.com, where you'll find information about a link to this YouTube page. You'll find a way to sign up for my newsletter, which comes out once a month. You'll find a link to our podcast and all sorts of other goodies that are really useful for your creative life and your writing in the future. Thanks for joining me. See you next time.